Corey. We're here at NBA 2K23 Summer League. How's your Summer League been thus far?
It's dope so far. I just landed, kind of came straight into this, played a game of 2K, and just kind of mingling around and checking out the scene, and it's like good vibes in here, so I'm happy.
You are getting a taste of NBA 2K23 for the first time. What do you think of the gameplay?
Super dope. Like the last one, I was a little it was a little hard for me on free throws, but this one, it seems like they made it a little bit easier for your boy. So I don't know, I'm super hyped. They said it was like an early version of the game, so super excited.
Coming right up, the Pistons taking on the Trailblazers. For Detroit, the first half of this season was about putting the league on notice. They've sent a clear message that they are not slowing down anytime soon. Blazers, Pistons, just moments away, right after this. Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Chris Webber and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Allie, take it away.
Well, coming up, Damian Lillard wasn't the most touted. He said, quote, "I know what it's like to not have the lights on you. I did my work behind the scenes, not certain if I'd ever get the results. I don't forget what it took for me to get here. The work, the discipline, the humility, and the compassion. I stay true to that." BA?
Incredible. Thanks, Allie. So a moment now to see the story for Jusuf Nurkic.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Joe Ingles is out there with Drew Eubanks. Then there's Damian Lillard, then it's Josh Hart, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Pistons, we've got Amadou Diallo. Marvin Bagley is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Hayes, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard. And Grant, how often do players check in on their own stats during a season?
BA, everybody in the league watches their numbers. Some guys are just willing to admit it.
And it's the Pistons to start out. Now here's Hayes. Takes a 3. And there's Jordan on the assist by Hayes.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Hard against Jordan. Knocked loose. And up the court come the Pistons on the break.
Oh! Pow! Whoa! An incredible finish from him right there.
Oh, my goodness!
Okay, was anybody expecting that? I know I wasn't.
I wasn't either. He may have even surprised himself with that one.
Man, that fired his guys up, no question. Love seeing that.
And that one's good.
Oh, man, a solid score. You give Hart shots like these, he's ready to capitalize.
Here's Jordan in the game against Denver. Very impressive. The 3-ball. And the Pistons, another 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load. One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Detroit calls timeout. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
Yeah, should be a fun game to watch. I mean, 2 teams that don't see each other that much. They'll learn a lot about each other tonight.
Cunningham checked in for Jordan. And here
substitution.
.30 seconds left in the opening quarter. Fires the 3. Sinks it from distance. Jordan's got 11 points.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Launches a three. And the Pistons, another three.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
When he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
Pass to Dunn. Shot to stop the run. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Pistons ahead, up 4. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And Damian Lillard, honored with the 2020 Magic Johnson Award, recognizing the player who not only excels on the court, but also goes above and beyond with the media.
Being recognized for giving your time, but also making other people's job easier, I take a lot of pride in that. The same way I take pride in my teammates doing well and my coaches doing well at their job, I take pride in the local media being able to do their job and give insight and give a better look into what our team is doing.
Tremendous character for Lillard.
So true. I mean, whether it's a big win or a tough loss, he'll stand and face the music.
If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pistons.
Three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
The other thing that's been effective so far tonight is their fast break. A lot of points coming on the run.
Corey Joseph out there with Cunningham. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Jordan in at the 3. The small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Lets it go from deep. And the Pistons, another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Hook loose. From the arc. Ooh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Inside, here's McLemore. And that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed. McLemore's got 5.
What unselfishness from the young guard. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
And now it's looking like it's going to be their night. I mean, the lead keeps getting bigger.
Now here's Dunn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Jordan goes in.
Oh! Trying to tear the hinges off the rim.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss, but we'll see how long they can make this last.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Well, the players on 2-way contracts getting expanded opportunities last season after the league eliminated the 50-game cap and permitted them to take part in the playoffs. The pandemic played a role, but, guys, teams are continuing to find contributors among these scrappy young players.
Well, it's all about opportunity, Allie. Thanks. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Nurkic. Ingles comes in for McLemore. Hart's checked in for Bledsoe. And Lillard subbed in for Dunn. Now here's Hart. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only been strong.
Portland has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Timeout called. Portland defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
No matter what their mindset was, that was going to be a very tough task. Let's face it, they don't have the horses to compete with those guys.
Pistons making a change here. Reddick's, and so it's the Detroit Pistons feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. And I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. And in one stretch there, they were up by 6. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
They're getting everything they could ask for at the perimeter. Finding open shots, making the defense look foolish, honestly. You don't like to say that, but that's what they're doing. But that defense has to adapt. The team will just come down if they don't.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
First question, why can't they hold on to the ball? I mean, they've been loose as heck with it, Ernie. Not even getting shot up on several possessions. Even if you take a bad shot, there's a chance it goes in or you get a offensive goal. But hold on to the ball.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, the pace of the game has picked up over the years. Grant, you played on teams that played all styles. Did you sense the direction the game was going in?
Yeah, towards the end of my career, BA, you could see that the up-tempo teams got more and more successful. So it was inevitable that other teams would follow suit. As we know, trends catch on fast and quick in the NBA.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. They've got Yusuf Nurkic. Joe Ingles is out there with Drew Eubanks. Then there's Damian Lillard, and it's Hart in at the shooting guard position. For three, and the Pistons, another three!
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Portland has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Outside Hart with the drive, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. For the Trailblazers, Little comes in for Eubanks. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Hart. Lillard against Hayes. Tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. And some of the best high flyers in the NBA. Some of this year's contenders for the dunk contest.
And when you look at the names on that list, you just know that contest has a chance to be special.
You take a look at Diallo, coming in at 5th in the dunk contest voting. A high flyer.
And you know he really wants to perform this year. It's going to come down to the wire to see if he gets into the contest.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But, of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. And now the Pistons in transition. From deep. And the Pistons, another three.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
The ball's knocked loose. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. The three. Oh, connects again.
Oh, my goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Jordan against Bledsoe. Now here's Jordan. Defense is right there. And that one's good. Bagley.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Knocked away. Yet another steal from him.
He's able to anticipate their every move.
An absolute pest on the defensive end. Now here's Jordan. Non-stop scoring machine right here.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Pass to Lillard. Back to Bledsoe. Tries to snap the cold streak. Portland, no good that time either.
Playing the revenge card right here. Trying to get those 3 points right back.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Bledsoe. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile one block?
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Dunn, he's checked in for Portland. .54 seconds left in the third quarter. Jordan with the bucket.
Oh, my word. This is a shooting exhibition. A 3-point barrage for him.
Now Nurkic. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. And now the Pistons in transition. And slam dunk by Jordan.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
The Trailblazers have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Dunn outside. Ingles passes to Nurkic. Baseline jumper. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Bledsoe. Misses off the right iron. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. The Pistons on top, running away with this one. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big man. That was just a beautiful pass.
Well, they may not. And it's a completely new group for the Pistons. A big group substitution here for Portland. Eubanks, he's checked in for Leaf. Hart comes in for Ellaby. Simons is checked in for McLemore. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Johnson.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Pistons.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
Hayes and Cunningham, the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Hamidou Diallo. And it's Jordan in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Myers in the triple.
This This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Now here's Hart to halt the run. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And there's Jordan on the assist by Cunningham.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Diallo against Hart. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
Yeah, you got to be...
Got a piece of it. Nabbing another steal.
Got to be careful around him.
Man, he's been incredible at coming up with steals.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Chris Webber, and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you later.
Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, 2 years after their first title, the Raptors last season missed the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Fred VanVleet said people are overlooking us again, which is not a bad place to be in. Kevin, this front office finds diamonds in the rough, so it's only a matter of time before they're back in the mix.
I agree, David. They are a quality organization. They always find a way. Thank you. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Wednesday, they'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Atlanta Hawks.
And with the way they've been able to march right along in this season lately, I think they should be able to keep things going in this next stretch. Just come out with the same energy and discipline, and you should have some wins.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. He's out there with Jordan. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Bagley in at the 4 slot. And for the Raptors, inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Guard spots filled by VanVleet and Trent. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Just sort of looking at the standings here, Greg, midseason. Do you think the conference system still holds any relevance?
Listen, I think for travel distance, it makes sense to continue to have divisions and conferences. But in the perfect world, I think we'd love to see, hey, let's just see them 1 through 16 and determine who's truly the best.
And stolen by Jordan. Going inside, and it's Jordan slamming it down.
Oh, my goodness. The creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. It's hauled in by Stewart. The Pistons with a quick start to this game. It's a 5-point game, fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure.
Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, just forcing the issue offensively. The great thing about Jordan, he does it while staying under control.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
It's a catch-22. You want your guys attacking, playing with a sense of freedom, but not if it means a bunch of turnovers.
Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew. Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew.
Cunningham is checked in for Jordan. And net Palmer shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for Toronto, OG Anunoby. One shot.
That's good from Anunoby.
OG Anunoby had a great start to his college career in Indiana. ACL cut that short, but he's bounced back very fast, and he's already making an impact in this league.
Jordan with the bucket.
3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Boucher passes to VanVleet, tipped away. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
It is still Raptors ball.
17 seconds left in the first quarter. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Here's Trent. And again, no good by Toronto.
Trying to get his man back for the last three. It helps to not make this personal.
Jordan with the bucket.
It's just one of those nights where Jordan can do no wrong offensively. And let's talk about the endurance to go along with it. Wow.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
They didn't need any time to warm up from long range today. Their three-point shooting has been terrific in the first half.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Here are the five Detroit has to start the second quarter. They've got Grant. Michael Jordan is out there with Corey Joseph. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Stewart in at the center, locking down the middle.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
What I really love about Jeremy Grant is his work ethic. He's really put in time to improve his scoring.
Specifically, his jump shot. For a while, he didn't have the consistent three ball. Now, you got to at least honor it. It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the result.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Birch the pass to Anunoby. Now Trent. Van Vliet wide open. Trains the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got 9.
Well, Fred could do this all day. He's that confident in his long-range shooting.
From deep, Jordan, and another three for Detroit.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Poked away and stolen by Jordan. Drives to the hoop.
Oh, okay.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Van Vliet finds Trent. And Grant sends it back.
Nice defensive reflexes from Jeremy Grant. Able to get in there and throw off that shot.
Drills it from outside.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And he drives in, and the dunk by Jordan.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Toronto calls timeout. And Smitty, I'm going to ask you to put your GM hat on here for a second. When you think of undervalued player types, what comes to mind?
For me, Kevin, defenders who are also great decision makers offensively. Everyone knows you need shooting, but you add in a player that can defend and pass, that's how you build an elite team.
And the Raptors with some changes. And so is Detroit with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 19. Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They looked out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
Ooh, that first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pistons leading by 19. Guard spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. The Raptors shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Puts up a 3. Traps in the tray. Jordan's got 39.
And is it any wonder they're ahead in this game? His perfect night from the field has been the catalyst.
From deep. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
That's tipped and stolen by Jordan. Pass to Diallo. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D chills her.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Jordan. Goes up. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
The tray. And another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And stolen by Jordan. And another one.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And stolen by Jordan. For the 3. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Poke loose. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Van Vliet against Jordan. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Ken Burge is checked in for Toronto. And Detroit with a change here, too. Corey Joseph's checked in for Diallo. .144 left here in the third quarter. Barnes finds Birch. Knocks it loose. Now Jordan. Non-stop scoring machine here. And got it! Another basket.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Lays it up off the glass.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Both teams changing it up. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Hayes and Cunningham, the backcourt pair. Michael Jordan is out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Bagley in at the 5. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition. And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
It's blocked. They get it back. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. And the 3 ball is good. Boucher's got his first 3 points of the game. From deep, Jordan. Again, what an avalanche.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Jordan.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Cunningham. There's 45 seconds left in the game. Good, that's another bucket. And there it is, 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Both teams deciding to change it up. .36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Will it go? It's tipped. Tries again. Martin.
And one of the league's most effective shot blockers from that guard position. Jordan can do it in help defense or on the ball. Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Fires for 3. Good, another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
So good.
Anything else you want to talk about 2K related?
I'm super excited for the new game. I love the covers. I love that like D-Book has his shoe like kind of like the focal point in it, and it says "Be Legendary." And I think he's a legend. Just signed like a crazy extension. I love like the women's cover. Love the Michael Jordan cover. You might see some circulate in the new game.
Time to make the fall from the 3-1-3. Your Detroit Pistons. At guard, 6'5", number 7, Killian Hayes. Isaiah Stewart. Hamidou Diallo. At 4, 6'8", number 9, Jeremy. Michael Jordan. Make some noise for your Detroit Pistons.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Detroit Pistons going up against the Toronto Raptors. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Brian. Well, last season, Fred VanVleet signed the biggest contract in NBA history for an undrafted free agent. And he went on to set more records. His 54-point game, the most ever by an undrafted player, and the most ever by a Raptors player. His mantra has been, bet on yourself. And guys, it sure is paying off.
That it is, Allie. I like that. And here's a look at some numbers for Gary Trent.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. VanVleet and Trent Jr. at the guard spots. Barnes is down low with Siakam, and it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And for Detroit, they've got Hayes, Jeremy Grant out there with Hamidou Diallo. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Jordan in at the 2 spot. And we know it's never easy to play on the road, Grant. Just how tough are lengthy road trips?
Well, I'll tell you, after game 3 or 4 or 5 on the road, you definitely feel it. I mean, towards the end of a road trip, it's a struggle to play near 100%.
And it's the Pistons to start out. From deep three-point range, knocks down the triple.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Ooh, poked away. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. And the power rankings look more concrete every day. Plenty of games behind us here in December. You look at the Nuggets, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, right now for the Pistons, they've definitely made a statement here in the early going. Outpacing some teams that were projected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with honor. I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Drains the triple. Jordan's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
3-pointer. And the Pistons, another 3. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Detroit?
Their frenetic defense has been impressive. putting ball handlers on the defensive and turning them over as well.
Something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
What a critical bucket. This game could have gotten out of hand early if they allowed that run to go much longer.
Detroit calls timeout.
And dominating at a mid-major university. Some scouts question Siakam's level of competition during the 2016 draft process, especially since his numbers were so good.
All right, fans, that was your Pistons dancing. The dance team.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Also affecting Siakam's draft stock, huh? He was 3 or 4 years older than many of his peers.
Well, what's interesting is that player evaluation has become such a science. But sometimes the variables can lead you astray. But you have to go by the eye test. Siakam was in that cohort. They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
They've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Van Vliet following the score by Detroit. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Let's remember this is 6'8" with some hops. OG Anunoby with the dunk.
From deep, Jordan. And the Pistons, another three.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
To the inside. That's good from Siakam on the assist by Van Vliet. Siakam's got the second bucket.
3 out of 3. Perfect start. Let's see how long they can ride this wave.
Hits the trifecta.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Pass to Diallo. From deep, Jordan. Oh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
Knocks it loose. And slam dunk by Jordan.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And Toronto calls time here.
They're looking to do something to stop this run. They have to get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Group getting ready for the Pistons. Bagley's checked in for Stewart. Redick comes in for Diallo. Cunningham's checked in for Grant. And Joseph is subbed in for Hayes. Achua's checked in for Toronto. Boucher comes in for Barnes. Now here's Van Vliet. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. Jordan against Van Vliet. 4-3. And Jordan is good for 3. Jordan's got 33.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Sees his man, threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
From deep. Another 3 for Detroit.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
This one for 3. Drops in the 3. Jordan's got 42 in the game.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And here they come. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Let's go with a three. Sends it home from three-point land. Jordan's got 45 points.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
There's the three. Nails it from three. Jordan's got 48.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons building an insurmountable lead. Come on, they're up 38 points at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Pistons here, guys.
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Van Vliet and Trent Jr. at the guard spots. Chris Boucher out there with Kim Birch. And it's Anunoby in at small forward.
I'll tell you, a terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
And Toronto has possession. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end. And clearly, they were not.
And the Pistons pushing it up now.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Pass to Cunningham. From deep three-point range. And there's Jordan on the assist by Cunningham. Jordan's got 55.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. He goes up. Oh! And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. And we're going to have a jump ball. And the Pistons with possession here. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Buries it from three.
Well, they're just riding a hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Tipped away. He swipes the ball away again.
Got to be careful around him.
Man, he's been incredible at coming up with steals. On target from range.
I just love the ball movement.
And so here is Toronto. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Yet another steal from him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Off the charts indeed, B.A. I mean, he's just taking the ball away with ease. This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. And yes, another basket.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. We've got 1:13 left in the half. The three is up. And another one. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
NBA, it feels like he can't miss.
And he lobs it up top. It's stolen by Birch. That's tipped. Boucher outside. Anunoby on the wing. A shot to stop the drought. Gets the three ball to go. Anunoby's got 8.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
From deep, Jordan. And the Pistons, another three.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Nabbing another steal.
He's able to anticipate their every move.
An absolute pest on the defensive end. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Takes the three. Good. He hits again.
Incredible. 81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. Boucher finds Trent. Jacks up a three. Kept alive. And the basket by Boucher. Boucher's got his second basket of the night.
Well, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more. Creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Right out of the gates, it was Detroit setting the tone. Looking absolutely unstoppable off the tip, they put together a masterful 12-0 run. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
They played smart, they took their time and limited mistakes. When you value each possession, you eventually will get the shot you want. But when you lose the ball, you have no control over the destiny.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
They're getting abused in the paint defensively, letting their opponents set the tone. You can't match up physically, you're toast. And that's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Now here's Barnes, looking for his first basket still in this one. We've got Amadou Diallo, Isaiah Stewart out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Hayes, and it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now Siakam. He swipes the ball away again.
Got to be careful around him.
Man, he's been incredible at coming up with steals. And here's Jordan. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Raptors. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
You take a look at Jordan. He occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And as
substitution.
puts it up off the inbound. And again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. So for Toronto right now, Barnes is out there with Thaddeus Young. Then it's Chris Boucher. Then there's Kim Birch. And it's Siakam in a center position. From deep, Jordan. Another bucket. Wow. That's 91. An incredible feat.
Incredible indeed. This is just a flat-out insane performance.
From downtown, another three for Detroit. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
Defensively, they've played with a high energy level tonight. And all the steals we've seen, a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, and something else that served them well are all the turnovers they've caused and the points that have come along with those.
Barnes passes to Young. Back to Barnes. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. So both teams changing it. Coaching turnover is a fact of life in the NBA. Grant, as a player, how tough is it to adapt to a new coach?
Well, it depends on the timing. I mean, an offseason change gives the team a time to get used to a new system. Now, if it happens in midseason, it could be a little tough. The learning curve is definitely steep.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. From deep, Jordan knocks it down from distance. Jordan's got 13 points in this quarter.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Pistons.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this will go down as win number 25 for them this year.
And they have to feel pretty good about themselves, taking the first 2 games of the season between these teams.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. A minute 4 left in the fourth quarter here. Beyond the arc. Good! That's another bucket!
That puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
Man, I'm at a loss for words. Nabbing another steal. Oh, another one falls!
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages. 52 seconds left in the final quarter. The ball's yet another steal from him.
A suffocating defensive performance.
And he's made history. A new third place connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Back to Achua. Down low. They need this. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? From deep, Jordan. Good. Another from three.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record books.
He is now tied for the most threes in a game. An incredible shooting night for him on a night we'll never forget.
Oh, my goodness, a sensational athlete. Go ahead, Thaddeus Young.
From deep, Jordan connects again from distance.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
Oh, an historic performance by an historic shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And the crowd letting him know they appreciate greatness.
He's been nothing less than great. Three-pointers at a historic level.
I'll tell you, we knew he could shoot with range, but this barrage of threes has been nothing short of spectacular.
We present our New Balance Player of the Game.
That's the game.